Now, as a kid, I always wondered, how could I pee without making no noise at all? It stumped me for years. I couldn't find out the perfect method. I always tried the pee on side of the toilet method, but it always would either misfire or I would get a little bit of drip in the water making noise, waking the whole house up. Then one day I discovered it. A method so simple, but yet so overlooked. That method was just sitting down. I discovered when you sit down and pee, it makes absolutely zero noise. And I feel like this topic isn't talked about enough yet at all. Listen, y'all can just sit down. It makes no noise and it's absolutely the most beneficial method to make zero noise while peeing. And I'm not just gonna say it. I can prove why it's the most beneficial way. Example one, right? Let's say you're at a friend's house and you want to use their bathroom, but you're like, damn, I don't want to be just like using a bathroom, making a mess everywhere, you know, splash this, splash that. You're guaranteed to have a little bit of splashing around with sitting down. You don't have to worry about any of that. And let's look at reason B, right? Let's say you're at this friend's house and you want to use their bathroom, but you don't want them to know what you're in there doing. You know, privacy, right? You don't want to be making the pee noise, water dripping, because like, you know, let's say they buy the bathroom or walk by, they're gonna know you're peeing. And now you're probably thinking, that's a whole lot of things to think about for just taking a piss. Everybody pees. Okay, so what? I don't want them to know I'm peeing. I want to pee in silence. You know, it's the same reason we put suppressors on guns. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's very relevant. And we all know using the bathroom is a very sacred act. It's an act of privacy and alone time. And you don't want anyone to see you, or I would imagine hear you do your due diligence. You feel me? I feel like this is why kids have been trying to pee on the side of toilets for years now. But I found the method. It's just sitting down. And with a method so soundproof, you're bound to have conflicts and haters who hate on this method, right? Now listen, one of the few key things I'll be hearing, boys are supposed to be standing up when they're pissing. That is not even necessarily true. When you're taking the number 2 anyway, you're bound to get a couple number 1 drops out. It's just bound to happen, right? And what are you gonna do? Stand up to do those? No, you're just gonna let it out. I even have this vague memory of telling my sister, you know, I sit down to pee. And you know what she did? She looked at me and said, you can't do that. That's bad for you. She don't know what she's talking about, bro. She is not educated in no male biology. She was just speaking. And another reason people don't like using this method is because they feel like it strips them of their manhood somehow. I never understood that. Like, bro, you're just sitting down, and then they bring up the point, oh, what are you gonna do at a urinal? Are you gonna sit down on a urinal too? Obviously, I'm in public. I'll just use it normally. I feel like in public, your privacy is stripped away anyway. There's no need to be quiet at that point, so it doesn't even matter. Like, when's the last time you tried to pee quietly in public? It never happened. It's non-existent. So that's a terrible point. Also, we all know using the bathroom in public is a last resort option. We are all waiting till we get home regardless. That point don't even make sense. Like, I'm just saying, this is the best method for silence and suppression. Guaranteed. It is not better than standing. Now we could get into, is it more efficient? Debatable. I like sitting down anyway. Nothing wrong with that. Now this is a graph I found on the internet. Where in the world do men sit down to wee-wee? Now first of all, round of applause for Germany. 40% is not bad. That's what I like to see, man. That's what I like to see. But we're just gonna skip everything else and look straight at the US, man. What, 31 purple? Like, come on, man. Like, bro, never? Like, 31% of US citizens has never discovered the method. We have to spread awareness about this. And with further research using AI, the only cons is may be less convenient and not culturally accepted in some societies as pros. I mean, cons. But the main reason I'm really looking at why people not sitting down is because it's just not accepted, I guess. But then again, what other man is caring what other people think when they're on the bathroom? Y'all gotta forget all that, man. Like, y'all gotta do what you gotta put you first, man. You gotta put me first. So basically, in my conclusion, I'm just trying to spread awareness on this topic. And yeah, we should all be sitting down, man. You know, it's just much better. It's the quiet method for all the kids out there. If you want to piss in quiet, you don't want your siblings, mothers, fathers to know you're doing your due diligence in the bathroom, like peeing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just saved 2-3 kids out there probably. I'm really that guy, man. Yeah. But I'm just saying, be the change you want to be in society. Spread the message. Change lives. All it takes is one person's life I could have changed with this advice. So the next person that calls you weird for sitting down, you stand up against them and prove them wrong. And then show them this video. And then they too can be enlightened with this fire advice. Thank you for listening to my message, y'all. Thank you. Appreciative. And I hope that changed some lives out there. Thank you.
Yeah. Fuck Katy Perry, bitch, you never made this firework. Fashion over, fuck 'em, I don't like how y'all make y'all fitted shirt. McDonald's fries pussy, I heard Popeye's fries crispier. Fuck it, I'ma see y'all when I